The very first, Mr. Olympia. Yeah, this is bodybuilding culture and history, and a lot of muscle. Today, I'm sharing with you a bit about the American IFBB Pro professional bodybuilder who, at the Weider Brothers' first Mr. O, placed first and made bodybuilding history. His nickname was the Golden Boy. Born on October 12, 1938 in Blackfoot, Idaho, USA, Larry Scott, by age 16, was already bodybuilding. He had successfully and very obviously begun transforming his tiny frame into a muscle fortress. His first pro bodybuilding win was the 1959 Mr. Idaho competition. Then he became Mr. California in 1960, Mr. Pacific Coast in 1961, Mr. America in 1962. The lifter racked up a lot of misters, but he wanted one more. He had every Mr. Muscle title there was. Or did he? 1965 would be a really big muscle year for Larry. But first in 1964, he took some time to try acting in the movies. He played a starring role in the classic Hollywood flick Muscle Beach Party. Later, Arnold Schwarzenegger would continue the tradition of muscles in movies. On the heels of Muscle Beach Party's 1965 box office success, Larry was looking for his next target. Meanwhile, the brothers, Ben and Joe Weider, bodybuilders and influential in the community, were about to take the wraps off something new. An annual, worldwide bodybuilding competition that, while elevating the status of bodybuilding in all corners of the earth, would also define the world's best bodybuilders. Indeed, Larry Scott won the first Mr. Olympia competition in 1965. The $1,000 prize money was nice, but more valuable was the title, World's Best Bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia. What's more, he repeated his first place win in 1966. He had a wonderful physique on his 5'7" body. That's 170 centimeters. But his biceps were especially well known for their amazing muscle development. He attributed his biceps to an exercise called the preacher curl, and it helped him build 20-inch biceps. The first bodybuilder to hit this milestone. A lot of meat, cheese, and eggs is how Larry described his diet to Iron Man magazine during a 1965 interview. He competed at about 200 pounds. That's about 92 kilograms. Off-season, Larry went up to 215 pounds, which is 98 kilograms. For a public with little exposure to big muscles, the Mr. Olympia and Muscle Beach Party were showing something new that most Americans were unfamiliar with. It was novel for most people. Magazines began featuring more images of muscle men. People called it Larry Fever. The new Mr. Olympia was a regular on the pages of Joe Weider's bodybuilding magazines, like Mr. America and Muscle Builder, and movies were adding roles for muscle guys too. At the age of 28, after his second Mr. O win, Larry retired in 1966. Time to focus more on his marriage and less on his muscles. Larry Scott, the first and second Mr. Olympia, lived to the age of 75 and was inducted into the IFBB Hall of Fame in 1999. Until next time, happy flexing.